Good morning guys and welcome to another vlog. Today is Monday, October 23rd, and we've got quite a bit to do. Rewind on the past month because I haven't been vlogging very much. I've been working on a lot of things behind the scenes of like patterns, digitizing them. I finished a couple custom orders for Halloween. I also ended up traveling to Vegas for a couple of days last week for my birthday. Celebrated my 24th birthday with my parents there, and then this past weekend got to celebrate it with my friends. So it's been a lot of catching up with people, catching up with myself, getting my life together. This week is, I feel like, my first official like work week in a hot minute. I ended up doing a sale on my website for my birthday. I don't do sales ever. I just don't think it aligns with sustainability very much, and I don't want people to just impulse buy because something's on sale. But for my birthday I do like to do that just because it's like a birthday gift to myself if people order from me. I did a 24% discount on my store, which is probably the deepest discount I've ever done. I think I've only done like 10 to 15 before, so it was pretty hefty discount comparatively to anything else I've ever done. And I did get a few orders from that, from people that DM'd me saying they've been wanting to order stuff for a really long time but like just were trying to save up for it, and that always means the most to me because I know that it's like a purchase that they have been thinking about and it wasn't so impulse, so that makes me happy. I've got orders to make and it has been forever since I've had orders to make, so I'm really excited. That being said, I need to be like prepared. So today, instead of coffee, I'm gonna be having my Magic Mind, which I love. I've had these before. You guys have seen me use these multiple times before. They taste really good and it's just a good alternative to having like coffee in the morning but still getting kind of like that energy and concentration. So these are little matcha shots that you can just drink straight up like a shot, or you can also mix it with milk and kind of make it a latte, which is what I like to do. I like to enjoy it, savor it. I don't like to just down it, but they're really good.
The mixture of ingredients in Magic Mind works as a productivity shot. The L-theanine found in the matcha helps increase focus and attention, giving you a sustainable energy without a crash. The Bacopa Monieri helps with procrastination and impulsivity, like the urge to scroll on social media. The ashwagandha and rhodiola rosea work to decrease stress and low-grade anxiety, and the lion's mane and cordyceps mushroom boost your clarity and focus. And the best part of it is if you don't like it, they'll refund you with their 60 days money-back guarantee, no questions asked. But truthfully, I don't think you're gonna be returning it because I use these all the time. I love them, they taste so good, and I always feel super productive with it, as you'll see in the video. And you can use my code Natalia20 for some money off your first order. The link is in the description if you guys want to check it out.
I haven't had one of these in a hot minute and it's so good. I always forget how like refreshing it is, and I also just love matcha. I feel like this past like year or two I've become like a matcha girly. It's just so good. And I feel like if you're watching my videos, you're also the kind of person that probably does a lot of work and or needs motivation to get their work done, because I think we all do. So check it out down below. I'm gonna finish this up and then we will get into the studio. I don't even know what I want to start with, so I need to think about that too. I'm thinking I'm gonna start with the rosette top that I have to make, which is this one. It's also just like the first of the orders that I got, so I feel like I should go in order, and also I have black on my serger already, so it just makes my life a little easier. Top is done and it is so cute. I love that the flowers will always turn out differently for each one. I think it makes it extra special. So here she is. I'm feeling good, feeling energized, and also feeling hungry. So I am gonna eat lunch real quick. Okay, so I was about to start on my next order, and and then I remembered that I should actually probably do this instead. I've been working on this custom bodysuit pattern for you guys to be able to like purchase, like making it into a PDF. I have the video and tutorial already filmed, but I am making some tweaks to the pattern just to get like the perfect fit, and I haven't tested it out since I like last tweaked it. So I wanted to just like actually print it out and line it up and make sure everything looks like it should before obviously I like publish it to the world. And I just ran out of computer paper, so I tore up an old notebook and used that paper to print out, and it worked out. So that's why I'm using lined paper right now. I'm going to put this together just so I can like compare it to like my paper pattern that I have and make sure all the measurements line up exactly like I need them to. I also am adding sleeves to it because my original pattern didn't have sleeves, and then I realized I should probably just add sleeves. So I haven't tested out the sleeve pattern for it, and that's also part of why I like really need to test this out before I put it out. So that's also a thing. Okay, so here is the actual like bodysuit. This is the sample that I made for the video. It's just a nice little bodysuit. It's lined. It has a zipper down the back. Pretty basic standard bodysuit, but it's like a really good base for a lot of different things. You can stylize it in so many different ways. So this one I made with my original pattern, and then I made some tweaks to it, adjusted it, and now it fits well. So I just want to line up the pattern with it to see if like it lines up. And then I think I'm gonna cut out a sleeve and kind of roughly pin it on, maybe sew it onto it just to see what it would look like. Obviously the armholes on this are like actually finished, but I just want to make sure that it's like the right length, the right width, like it lays right with this pattern. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of doing. Okay, so here is the bodysuit. I put the one sleeve on it. Obviously, it's not like a perfect example of what the sleeve would look like on it because this obviously is like finished, as you can see, and I just put the sleeve over top of the finish, which means like there should be an extra 1/4 inch out. It's obviously really thick right now, so I feel like it comes up a bit, but this will be obviously 1/4 of an inch out more than what it looks like right now. But I wanted to test like what it felt like. Obviously also the width of it and the length. I do think I need to make it a little bit longer because I'm short and it's like it's fine, but it's not hemmed, so it would be shorter. So I think I need to add like a good extra like 1.5 inches or so to it. I also did take it in quite a bit in terms of like the width of it. I feel like this looks good. Again, this will be like a 1/4 inch out, which I feel like is what's making it feel a little bit awkward right now. But other than that, I feel like it looks good. I might take off a little bit here. There's like a little bit of a little, I don't know, just extra fabric, I guess. Okay, welcome to my little digitizing patterns setup. I probably still have loads to learn about digitizing patterns, but I'm starting to feel more confident in it because I've obviously had quite a few out. I think I have 4 out right now that have been up pretty much all year. I put them out early this year and they're all Taylor Swift related ones. And I've gotten really good feedback. I feel good about the fact that like people are actually making it. It is looking good. Clearly like it's easy enough to follow that they were able to make it. So that being said, I'm feeling better about all of this, but I still get really nervous about putting patterns out, and it's why I've been hesitant about it. So I like to have a bigger scale kind of pattern here and then kind of play off of that. So for example, one of the changes that we need to make is add an extra inch to like the hem of the sleeve. So I'm gonna take all of these and we're going to move it down. Actually, I'm gonna do 1.5 inches, and there you can see it's moving. So I'm gonna add the 1.5 inches there. So that's one of my things. I'm gonna make the rest of them and get it set up, and then I'll show you guys kind of how I finalize it. Okay, so it's been, I don't know how long, but a hot minute. And I finally finished up all the tweaks to the pattern. I think it is ready to go. I added some last minute instructions and things, because originally I had the pattern without the sleeve. I added the sleeve, so I added extra instructions for assembling the sleeve and adding that onto it. So I'll show you guys kind of what it looks like on my end, just to share the process. So here's the entire document once I have it ready for printing. I have it set so that it's like smaller than a normal US letter size, but also smaller than an A4, so it works for both. And so when you print it, it comes out with a rectangular kind of edge that you cut and then kind of put it all together. So here's like the pattern, front, back, sleeve, and then over here is all the extras. So here's like the sizing and kind of what you need, the front cover, the layout, and then here's the instructions. I need to read it through at least like 10 more times just to make sure I didn't make any mistakes in terms of like what it says, but also just any like grammatical errors or anything like that. I am currently uploading it to YouTube, so it is currently uploading. I just made my thumbnail for it as well over here. This is what it looks like. So the last step to all of this, actually there's still a few more steps. One is putting it into my shop. So I need to export the Adobe Illustrator file as a PDF file, rearrange all the pages to make sure they're in the right format, and then upload that as a digital download onto my website so that you guys can obviously purchase and download. And then my last step is to make all the content promoting it. So obviously I upload it, but then I have to like promo it so that people see it. So I need to make some sort of like video sharing the fact that my patterns are like out now. So I think I'm going to quickly film a little something just so I have something to work with. So you probably know me. So you probably know me for making a lot of Taylor Swift. So you probably know me for making a bunch of Eras Tour outfits and recreating Taylor Swift's most iconic looks. That was painful to watch, wasn't it? How many times did I start? Too many. But anyway, now I have that and I can kind of edit over top of that, add like overlays and all the things that I need to do, but that's probably gonna be my promo video tomorrow. I'm gonna make the actual listing for my website. So it really is quite the tedious process to make a pattern and test it, make sure it's good, and then obviously film the video and edit the video and make the thumbnail and make the content, and there's just so much to it, which is why I haven't had the time to make more over the past year since I've had so many custom orders to make. It just like didn't allow me the time to also make a pattern on top of it. I think making a pattern is like a 1 to 2 month process for me right now. I'm sure eventually it'll get quicker, but because I'm still so new to it, it's still a very long and tedious process for me, and I like am double triple checking so many things to make sure it's good. Whereas like if I had done this for so long, I'm sure that I would have like a lot of base patterns that I can kind of just tweak and make new patterns out of instead of just like starting new with every single one. That being said, by the time this is up, I hope that this is up as well, but you got the behind the scenes of it, so that's kind of fun. Good morning, guys. It is the next day. Yesterday I finished up the pattern, finalized last little bits and pieces of it, and got it all set up for launching today. It's gonna go live at 9 a.m. So we're doing that today, and then I do actually want to get another order done today, the one that I was gonna do yesterday before I remembered that I needed to do this pattern. So that's like the to-do list for today. I've got another Magic Mind latte today because I felt very productive yesterday, and I would like that same energy today. Cheers. Okay, so we're nearing launch time. I made a little reel yesterday. You guys saw me film it. I edited it as well. So that is what I'm getting ready right now. The YouTube video is gonna upload on its own. The only thing I have to do is get my pattern ready, launch it officially. And then once it's launched, put the link of it into my YouTube video as well. So I'm gonna launch it so it's officially there. And I can now take the link of it and put it into the YouTube description. It's 8:59, so we've got about probably 30 seconds or so for the YouTube video to go live. Okay, officially been posted. I'm gonna post it to my stories. The link to the YouTube video, obviously. Actually, I'll post the link to the pattern first. I'm gonna send myself the thumbnail to also put on my stories with a link to the YouTube video. And then we also have to post to TikTok after. That is officially ready to go. So we're gonna post it onto TikTok now. I'm hoping people see it. I'm hoping people use it, so like it, all the things. So I'm going to head to the studio now. So I have an order for the olive TV pants and also the olive patchwork top. So I'm excited to make both of those. so the pants are done minus the hem. I'm gonna wait to do that because I have to do that on my home sewing machine to use the double needle for it. But since I'm also gonna be making a patchwork baby tee of this same material, and I'm also gonna need my machine for that, I'm just gonna wait on it, make the top with the serger, and then hem everything all at once because I don't have the space to have both the serger and my home sewing machine both plugged in at the same time over here, so I might as well just do all the serging and then all the sewing after. Okay, so I have my front and back patchwork pieces all ready to go. The sleeve cut out, everything's cut out, ready to be sewn together, but I'm gonna take my quick little lunch break and then we will finish this up after. We'll 100% get it done today so I can get both of those orders done. It's the same order, but like both of those pieces for the order done, and check that off the list. We have officially finished the pants. They are hemmed, and also here is the patchwork top. Here's the front and here's the back. Overall, super cute. I need to just like do the final ironing on them to make sure they are nice and flat and all the seams are nice and pressed. But this one's gonna be a pickup because she lives here in LA, so I just need to tell her that it is ready. And it is only 2 p.m. We still have quite a bit of day left. Okay, so I took a little break. I cleaned up a little bit of my studio just to have it prepped for the next order I make, whether that's tonight or tomorrow. And I have been filming also the process of making all these orders on my phone so I can do TikTok/Reels with them as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and just edit some of those as well to get those ready. Okay, so I just edited together all the little reels and stuff that I wanted. I have 3 that are pending right now. That's pretty much all my content for like the rest of the week. I don't particularly post every day, but I like to post obviously as often as possible. I am debating a few different things that I want to do right now. I'm not really in a sewing mood since I spent the entire morning sewing, and I feel good about everything I've accomplished. And I've checked off multiple things off the list today. My main things today was finishing up the olive like set, the top and bottoms, and also launching the pattern, and that is done with. I've cleaned up a little bit, and what I really need to do that I've been avoiding at all costs is laundry. I think I'm gonna try to do 2 loads. I put in all the white just now, and I filled up my bag again with what was left in my hamper, and it's practically full, so I feel like I might as well just do 2 loads. I should probably put all this stuff away and get this cleared off. I've been doing a pretty decent job of keeping my whole apartment really clean lately. That's been like my #1 priority the past month. It's just like trying to keep things organized and in check so that I can be more productive. I find that the cleaner my space is, the like clearer my head is, so I'm really trying to keep that in check. Okay, I just put in the 2nd load of laundry. The 1st load is in the dryer, so we've got that situated. Anyway, I've decided that while that goes, I want to cook, because the other day I went on like a big grocery run. I feel like I'll either do like small ones that's like a week per week moment, or I'll do like a bigger one. If I do small ones, I'll go to Trader Joe's because it's closer to me. But if I do a bigger one, I'll go to Ralph's and just get like bigger stuff or like more stuff, a little cheaper to go there. So I was there, and as soon as I go there and I see the little tomatillos, I always have a burning desire to make chilaquiles, which is my favorite food of all time. My mom made it all the time growing up for me, especially on my birthdays. My grandma makes it really well as well, and it's one of the few recipes that I feel like my mom taught me that I've genuinely actually like kept in my brain and used, because my mom's a really great cook and I've watched her cook so much growing up, obviously, but she's not like the written recipe type. It's more like do this, 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 and this, and then add a little bit of that. So I always have to just like actually pay attention to what she's doing rather than like follow a recipe. And this is one of the few that I feel like actually stuck with me, because it's honestly really easy, but I feel like I've mastered it for myself anyway. So we're gonna make some salsa basically. Okay, first things first is I think I'm gonna film clips also on my phone. I have filmed so many cooking videos on my phone and I've never posted any of them because I know that I'm not the world's greatest chef, and it's not that I'm trying to be. I just like food and I enjoy cooking, and I think making cooking videos is so fun because it's just so satisfying. So will this ever see the light of day on short form content? I don't know, maybe it will, but either way, I think it's fun. Maybe one day I'll put them out into the world so that everybody can see my half-assed recipes, because I never follow a recipe either. I make up everything as I go. First things first is pot of water. Not that I'm a pro and you guys are like asking for this, but essentially making salsa is just like putting tomatoes into a sauce. I put in onions, garlic, cilantro, lime, call it a day. I like to use a mixture of red tomatoes and green tomatillos. I mix them both together, and I've yet to figure out what my like perfect ratio is of like how many green to red ones. I kind of just eyeball it every time, and this honestly feels like it's kind of a 1-to-1 ratio. Like obviously these are really small, but I feel like comparatively like looks like it could be a 1-to-1 considering these are huge. Essentially, you boil your water and you put your tomatoes in there until they're like cooked through and they're like soft basically, so that you can then put them into your blender and it blends really easily. That's essentially the goal. These big red ones will start to kind of like break apart, which is how you know they're kind of getting there. And the green ones are really quick. It takes only a few minutes for them to cook through, but you peel off the layer of them and they turn kind of this like grayish color when they're ready, which obviously you'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much all you have to do. Then on the separate pan, I'll cook down the onion and garlic a little bit with like olive oil, and eventually it'll all get mixed together, and then you like simmer the whole thing on the stove so that it gets the nice texture you want, blah blah. You'll see the process, but that's my basic explanation. So it is obviously much later. It's 7:30 now, so it's actually really not that late, but I have showered and I ate dinner, finished it up. It was wonderful, so good. And now I just have to clean up the kitchen and finish putting away all my laundry. I did also like go do that in the midst of cooking, but I feel really good. The past 2 days have felt so productive. I've gotten everything that I've wanted to get done, and maybe even a little bit more, so I feel really good about that. I really need to be grinding this week, so shout out to Magic Mind for keeping me motivated, because desperately needed it. I'll have links down below if you guys want to check them out. I genuinely have used them so many times outside of like what you guys have seen in my videos and socials in general. I also think they are just really good, like genuinely very delicious, so I really like it, especially because I don't ever make matcha at home. I don't particularly know how to, and I've never like, I don't know, gone out of my way to try to figure it out, so it's nice to have it at home when I want it, because that's the kind of drink I only ever get out. So it's nice to just like make it at home instead. and plus it gives me a productivity boost, so we love to see it. Anyway, I'm going to finish cleaning up and getting everything situated, but I am gonna end the vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!